what I'm hearing about how Phillies are approaching trade market for bat upgrades. Baltimore, here, is Bryan De La Cruz, a 29-year-old outfielder who was in the minor leagues during the first 4 months of the season for a reason. He was a replacement-level player over the first 5 years of his career, the type of player who was tantalizing enough to merit chances but always exposed with regular at-bats. And for 2 weeks, he has been competent and the Phillies have noticed. That is how low this bar is. They are looking for anyone with a pulse.
Love watermelon but hate the sticky cutting mess? This compact 2-in-1 tool slices neat cubes and flips into a retractable fork for easy serving at parties, picnics, or home. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/3 right now.
De La Cruz launched a 2-run homer and drove home another run with a sacrifice fly in Sunday's rain-shortened 8-0 win over the Baltimore Orioles. That made him the first Phillies right fielder with a 3 RBI game since Brandon Marsh on April 23. He's just solid, Phillies interim manager Don Mattingly said. And he's been that guy. There are parts of his career it's been really good. These were not monumental heroics. But that is the point, as the Phillies contemplate straightforward and more outside-the-box ideas for improving their offense in a lackluster trade market. In an ideal world, the Phillies acquire a right-handed hitting outfielder and stick him out there. Most expectations, according to teams that have engaged with the Phillies, are that Dave Dombrowski has prioritized pitching acquisitions. That could come in the form of 2 relievers or a reliever plus a starting pitcher who could slide into a hypothetical October bullpen role. Some of this is being dictated by the market, which is slim on capable bats. The Phillies poked around on Lane Thomas, who went to the division rival Atlanta Braves. They had an up-close look at Taylor Ward over the weekend at Camden Yards and are interested in him. They have looked at Joe Adell in Los Angels, but he has a career .279 on-base percentage and is not dissimilar to a lot of what the Phillies have already tried. Alex Call is someone they pursued last summer, only for him to go to the Los Angeles Dodgers and affect the National League Division Series against the Phillies. The Dodgers have a glut of players and could flip him before the deadline. Even so, he's a platoon player at best. Advertisement: this is why, league sources said, they have not closed the door on potential infield acquisitions. The sources spoke on the condition of anonymity to candidly describe ongoing trade deliberations. If the Detroit Tigers continue to sell, maybe Gleyber Torres, a righty hitter, is a target. Several reports have connected the Phillies to San Francisco second baseman Luis Urias, a left-handed hitter who has said he does not want to change positions. That makes him a square peg for a round hole, but the Phillies have at least considered him, league sources said. It might necessitate at least 2, maybe 3 others changing positions. But Urias can hit, and the Phillies could use a hitter. It is why they have spoken to teams about lefty-hitting outfielders. Colorado Rockies outfielder Jake McCarthy has interested the Phillies in previous seasons, and he remains someone to monitor. McCarthy hit a home run against a lefty Sunday, raising his season slash line to .345380575 in 93 plate appearances against lefties. There is a Coors Field bump, but McCarthy's numbers away from home have still been decent. They have interest in Lars Nootbaar, another lefty-hitting outfielder with the scent. Louis Cardinals, who has strong on-base skills. They have talked to the Toronto Blue Jays about several of their players, including outfielder Dalton Varsho. The complementary lineup pieces will not decide this team's fate. 8 and 9 hitters in the lineup combined for 3 hits, 3 runs scored and 5 RBIs, as they did in Sunday's win. It is a reminder that good teams have balance. Still, Justin Crawford, like De La Cruz, is not guaranteed a spot, or at least regular at-bats, on the post-deadline roster. It's a dream come true, De La Cruz said through a team interpreter. I spent the last 3-4 years playing against this team, so being a part of it is just really fun. Advertisement: it's not as though 2 decent weeks from De La Cruz will influence the Phillies' deadline plans. They have had so little contribution from parts of this roster. They need not secure the best player available. They should be seeking the biggest upgrade. 3 homegrown position players, Gabriel Rincons Jr., Felix Reyes, and Otto Kemp, have combined for -16 WAR, according to Fangraphs, in 154 plate appearances. De La Cruz and Derek Hill, a midseason trade addition, have produced a 1.2 FWAR in 94 plate appearances. Just the slightest upgrades have mattered. Here's another number. The Phillies have a .727 OPS since the All-Star break. They are middle of the pack in most offensive categories. With more pitching stability, that would be enough to contend. As far as Phillies trade deadlines go, it might not be the most exhilarating one.